Cardano's secret weapon. Why ADA will rule crypto in 2021. Hi guys, welcome back to Crypto Geek. So let's get right to the point and see what's going on. But before we do, let me inform you we're having a giveaway of 1 Ethereum. So don't forget to leave a like on this video, subscribe, and set on post alerts to participate in this giveaway and remain up to speed on all things Cardano and investment in cryptocurrencies. Today we'll go through some of the most recent developments in Cardano's development. Take a peek at what has gotten the community so enthusiastic. Things have lately begun to heat up for Cardano as we approach the much-anticipated Gogan era. Cardano, founded in 2017 by Charles Hoskinson, sparked attention in the cryptocurrency industry by attempting to solve the underlying issues that afflicted Bitcoin and Ethereum. It sought, in particular, to address Bitcoin's sluggish transaction speed and rigidity, as well as Ethereum's scaling concerns. Cardano and its ADA coin have risen by leaps and bounds since its introduction to become the 5th largest cryptocurrency. Following a hard split, Cardano just became a multi-asset blockchain. Aside from its diverse set of uses and groundbreaking technology, Cardano owes much of its importance to its devoted community. Cardano's Project Catalyst has evolved into the world's largest decentralized autonomous organization, and the community maintains an active presence across major social networks with strong metrics. Cardano's price and popularity have been pushed mostly by a strong and committed retail community, with the advent of smart contracts and institutions finally taking notice. So now the whales are splashing around in the pond, or is it the ocean? According to a report released this week by CoinShares, institutional investors are beginning to rush into Cardano in anticipation of the Gogan launch, with institutions purchasing over $10 million in ADA. In only the last week, it has become one of the most popular crypto assets. Indeed, Bitcoin and Ethereum were the only assets in the market that drew more institutional attention last week, with lows of $110.9 million and $12.6 million, respectively. So far, in the first 6 months of the year, the institutions have invested roughly $24 million in Cardano, which is reasonable when compared to the $10 million that came in last week. It's apparent that things are beginning to get serious. Institutional investors are presumably hoping that the introduction of smart contracts in a succession of major transactions in Africa will drive a new wave of Cardano adoption. Cardano and IOHK inked an agreement in Ethiopia last week to provide identification solutions for schools and other government organizations, but that is just one of several significant collaborations occurring in Africa. Tanzania's government also intends to employ Cardano technology to give mobile internet access and identification services to its residents. Cardano is negotiating with yet another government in Africa on a contract that will bring 1 million additional users onto the Cardano network, according to IOG's head of African operations, John O'Connor. Unfortunately, he did not provide any further information when questioned about the partnership. In an interview this week, O'Connor stated that he would not be able to reveal any details until the contracts were signed, which, based on Cardano's past government contracts, may take some time. While waiting on these signatures for the latest agreement, Charles Hoskinson spent around 2 or 3 months talking to birds. In a recent interview, Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson remarked that he sleeps like a baby because he wakes up every 2 hours crying. And with how the markets have been this week, most of us can probably relate. This correction has been brutal for all of us, but there is still plenty to be excited about, especially when it comes to the Cardano project, which is on track to have its best year ever. On the development side, there are many fantastic projects that are only waiting for Cardano to be released, so they may implement their apps. There are other teams of engineers attempting to expand on the discoveries made in Cardano's peer-reviewed research. Cardano's Charles Hoskinson recently disclosed that an algorithmic stablecoin paper would be published in the coming weeks. When questioned about the prospect of stable currencies on Cardano last year, Charles stated that if we accomplish this, we will blow everyone out of the water. It was apparent that Cardano would require stable currencies in order to participate in the Ethereum ecosystem. In the early exchange, Charles worked on a project named BitShares to develop the first crypto stablecoin BitsUSD. BitShares has a huge influence on the industry's early days. He helped set the groundwork for much of the current innovation, but like many initiatives from that era, it was a little too early and was shortly eclipsed by more useful and scalable technology. Although he departed BitShares on good terms while the project was performing well, Charles claims that he had continued to consider stable currencies and contribute to their development. It's unclear what will be included in the stablecoin science paper. I'm sure most of us wouldn't comprehend it anyhow, but there are a few things we do know regarding Cardano stablecoin development. First and foremost, IOHK stated earlier this year that users would be able to pay transaction fees using native tokens they are trading currently. This implies that you won't need ADA in your wallet to trade stable currencies and other assets on the Cardano network. If you're trading a stablecoin or an ERC20 token on Ethereum, you'll need Ethereum in your wallet to fund the transaction using Cardano's Babel fees mechanism. Foundation emerge in input-output globally, so it's reasonable to assume that all of the studies that have been going on behind the scenes will help Age USD. So far, the information available to the public concerning Age USD appears to imply that it will work very differently than other stable currencies on the market. Rather than depending on liquidity from unpredictable crypto marketplaces to keep its price steady, as many other stable currencies do, Age USD employs sophisticated algorithms. We'll be able to evaluate if Cardano's scientific method is capable of resolving some of the issues that other teams have encountered. During his 5-hour interview with Lex Friedman, Charles revealed that his team was working on a blockchain-based voting system for the Wyoming government, which he claims may be utilized in the state's primary elections next year. Voting verification is a significant problem all around the world, and it's been a problem with every single election in history, since there's no way to determine if the votes were correctly counted. And now, for the first time, we have the technology to alter it. In truth, several blockchains might do this duty. Given how far Cardano has progressed with its government partnerships, they are ideally positioned to take a substantial piece of this market. Thus, we have institutional investors making large allocations, major government contracts, and fresh technology advances. Cardano's community is active on social media with regular debates and announcements. Cardano's recent price saw it rise again, gained 16.30% when it was announced that ADA is now traded on Coinbase, delighting its community. Cardano investor Charles Hoskinson observed that the project produced 591 assets in just 8 days following the update's release, indicating bright possibilities for the devoted and trustworthy Cardano community. These are the kinds of improvements that will elevate Cardano to a major competitor over the next decade. This network has now been selected for national infrastructure in several different nations for financial identity voting and a range of other uses. With these sorts of collaborations, Cardano has the potential to accelerate the mainstream adoption of blockchain technology to new heights. Allowing the consumer to pay in an asset that they have already in their wallet eliminates this problem. This has the potential to significantly enhance the user experience for reliable coin trade, lending, and yield farming. When Guard Autonomous work contracts are online, an algorithmic stablecoin is called Age USD is planned to be immediately operational on the network. Nobody has explicitly said that the stable currency is linked to the forthcoming research paper, but all of Cardano's development arms are engaged in the project's debut, including the Ergo. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. And if you want to show your support for the channel, all you have to do right now is take 2 seconds, press that thumbs up button, and like this video.